Hi, good afternoon, folks. In this video, we're going to take a brief look at the Sabres scouting and how they've recovered ever since all the firings a few years back. Coming up. Okay, shout out goes to Joel Lachance. He's the one that asked me to, Joel, I'm just going to do a talking video on this. There's no point in me bringing out the board on a video like this. I'm just going to give you my perspective on it, which I'm not an insider. And I'm not an insider, so I don't know what happens behind the scenes except for the Sabres embedded episodes, which kind of give us a good look behind the scenes. And from what I can tell, Jeremiah Crow, leading the way, he's done a really good job since he's basically been promoted up higher. And I think he's done really good. I mean, the JJ Peterka thing, for me, spoke volumes about his judgments behind the scene, for me. I mean, sometimes it just takes one or two perfect drafts. And I'm telling you, I believe Peterka is, he looks like he could have been a top 10 pick that year, really. I mean, what we got there was, that's another first rounder that we got in the second round. But that's where you got to draft smart. That's where the scouting comes in, right? So I checked, and last I checked, we had 7 scouts. I see we're up to 10 now. I didn't know. I really didn't know till I checked, because it's kind of a quiet thing when they're adding on, eh? Kind of goes under the radar, even if they announce it. It's just, you know. Why did it happen? That was your question, though. Why did they fire all the stuff? I honestly believe at the time it was just a panic move, and Pegula had enough, kind of like the night Lucic took out Miller. It was kind of like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of and then we decided we're rebuilding and that's it. And I think that it's kind of the same way. He just had enough with, who knows behind the scenes though, you know, as wrong as it looked and it appeared to the public, what was going on behind the scenes? Because I could tell you since then, our organization to me has never looked so healthy. And I don't want to blame the scouting staff of years that were there for us for years, no, but maybe the changes is what we did need at the time, and we didn't have much of a backup plan, eh? We just went with a skeleton crew for a while there, and it looks like they're building it up again. But I do like what I do see, and I do like is like guys like Crow. They're a younger staff, and we're gonna have to give it time to see if this was a complete mess up or not. But the truth is, guys, how could we really get any worse than where we were at the time anyway? I mean, it just seemed like no matter what we did, nothing worked out. Nothing worked out. It didn't really matter. Nothing worked out. So I kind of didn't really panic like some of you might have at the time when that happened, because I wanted change. And I even wanted Eichel gone back then, to be honest, folks, you know. And I never hated Eichel. Like I said, I got his jersey. I never hated Eichel, but that's why I bought this one, though. There's no way I was keeping the Eichel jersey. Look, when it comes down to I'm more interested, I guess, the thing, Joel, is I'm more interested what's going on now with the scouting. And it looks like it's very healthy. It looks like we're really doing well. And it looks like we've got a lot of pieces in place. We've got a general manager that really seems like he knows what he's doing. And Camarno Sosa was a great addition. I mean, we've made some good, smart moves, I believe. And I don't want to worry so much about what we did then, except what we're going to do tomorrow, you know? I get the question, though. It is important because it kind of shows that we might have a loose cannon as an owner, which isn't good. You know, that isn't good. But I don't know what prompted him to actually do that, to just wake up one day and say, I've had it, they're all gone. Like, I don't know. I can't give you a straight answer except that we were losing way too much. He couldn't take it anymore, and he just wanted change. And right now, those changes don't look so bad right now, because right now it looks like we're drafting smart. Even these Russian kids that we got in last draft are looking good. So it seems like our scouting staff seems to be very aware. It needs to get bigger, yes. And I like the fact we're not just rushing in and filling it up either, that we're just adding on piece by piece by piece as we go along. Because the truth is, your front line is as strong as your down line in an organization too, right? It's not just the top down. Sometimes, you know, you got to meet in the middle, and that's where the scouting comes in, and the scouting has to be good. It has to be accurate. We can't just be taking chances on somebody because they played 2 good games out in Russia or something. No, it has to be something that we've checked over and over and over, and we've been thorough, and then we look good eventually, right? I mean, if we're going to look good eventually, it's going to be the scouting. Let's face it, it's going to be the scouting. Look at the Red Wings all those years where they didn't have high picks. Yes, they were able to bring in names. Yes, there was no cap. But at the same time, Datsyuk, Zetterberg, they were able to find these guys that, you know, that some had that had great Hall of Fame careers over there because their scouting system was very strong. Do we have a strong scouting system now? That's up for debate. We just don't know. It's too soon. I am very happy with it, though. I like how they work as a team. I like how they get along with no egos behind the scene. I like that too. So let's give it some time. Let's see where it goes to. So far, it feels like there's a hopeful environment again in Buffalo, and for me, that's good enough to say, okay, maybe these changes, when they made them, as brutal as they were, didn't kill us like I thought it would at the time. You know, and right now, it seems like, you know, it just seems like things are cooking. They're simmering nicely, and I just want to leave it like that. Let's leave it at there. All right, I got another video to make, guys. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on our pregame. I'll see you in that one.